wrestling fans. I am the real Bobby Munson, and with me as always, the man with the angelic voice, Papa Smokes. How you doing this evening, sir?
Doing great, Munson. I got my 50-50 ticket, I got a beer, I'm ready for some wrestling.
It's going to be a wonderful night of wrestling. In fact, we're going to start the night off with the most intelligent man in professional wrestling, Bucky McGraw, as he's going to do battle with Merle Graves. Oh, it looks like our ring announcer, J.G. Muller, having a little bit of fun down there with the fans as well, too, tonight. And he is just another proof that the best voices in professional wrestling are in Wildside Wrestling.
He doesn't hold a candle to Papa Smokes, let's put it that way.
Sometimes I'd like to hold a candle up to Papa Smokes. And starting the night with everybody's favorite underdog, Merle Graves. Merle Graves looking to hopefully maybe get on a winning streak here sometime soon. Looking to pick up a big win in Wildside Wrestling and maybe get the momentum going on his career.
That's just it. That's exactly what Merle Graves needs. He's a competent wrestler. He's been a competitor in HIW for a long time. He needs to string a couple wins together to get something going here.
But he's not going to have an easy task taking on a very big fan favorite, a man that comes to us from HIW Canada. This is Bucky McGraw. Just saw Bucky in action recently on Wildside TV. He took on Brice the Slammer Sova. That was a very great competitive match that we got between the two of them. Are we going to see something similar here with him and Merle Graves?
I don't know that it's going to be similar to Brice the Slammer Sova, but we're going to get a nice full tilt match going on here. Looks like young Tony Novak has come out to ringside as well.
Yes, young Tony Novak, who's looking to get his way onto the Wildside roster. He's going to be given an opportunity to impress GM Dice Steel in a rematch against El Asesino on next week's episode of Wildside TV, being being trained right now and taught by Bucky McGraw.
My name is Bucky McGraw, and I'm the smartest man. This is Tony Novak. And he doesn't have a job here. But tonight he has an opportunity to change that. Last month, Asesino picked this man out of the crowd, and he shocked Saskatoon to its core by pinning him in the middle of this ring. Now the Wildside GM has asked him to do it again. Tonight, Tony Novak has a rematch with El Asesino, who he belongs here in Wildside. So where do I play in next? After I saw Tony last month, I thought I saw something special. So I offered to take Tony under my wing, and I've been helping him prep for that rematch. You're so smart! Thank you. So what we have here right now is one last study session. So Tony, I want you to sit back and absorb as I give you, and especially Merle Graves, one last lesson.
So just a reminder here on Wildside TV, that match between Tony Novak and El Asesino going to take place on next Saturday's episode, so make sure you tune into that. But in the meantime, young Tony Novak going to get a lesson from Bucky McGraw here tonight as he shows him how to get things done inside the squared circle and hopefully give him enough confidence as he goes in against the Mexican Devil El Asesino.
Yeah, this kid Tony Novak's going to need all the help he can get in the ring against El Asesino. He's in over his head, and I think he's going to get hurt.
Well, he definitely got hurt in that first encounter. Despite picking up the win after the distraction from the Skyflyer Jeff Tyler, Tony Novak was worse for wear, despite the adrenaline that must have been going through his body at that point in time, having picked up such a big victory in his young career. Tony Novak, yes, was plucked out of the crowd, and now he's under the tutelage of Bucky McGraw. So again, got to reiterate, folks, not to get involved inside that squared circle unless you have been trained. What El Asesino chooses to do is not always what is approved by anybody here at HIW or HIW Wildside. The actions of El Asesino not ever condoned inside of the squared circle.
Yeah, you got to be kidding me, Munson. Do you think El Asesino actually cares what other people think, what he does in the ring? He'll slap whoever's face he wants. He'll pin whoever's shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3 that he wants. He does whatever he wants around here.
Yeah, well, he thinks he does whatever he wants, but I've been talking smack about him for weeks, and he hasn't even bothered to show his face to talk to me about it, so I guess he's afraid of yours truly.
Come on, Munson, that ain't true and you know it.
I guess it's easier when you're protected by 4 walls and behind a computer, that's for sure. I feel like a keyboard warrior with a voice. Merle chasing Bucky to the outside, and the quickness of Bucky McGraw takes him back inside that squared circle. And a nice takeover. And another one. And the quickness of Bucky McGraw on display here tonight. And the crowd loving every second of it. And there's that hanging dropkick from him, a thing of absolute perfection. Merle Graves gonna need to get his head back in the game here if he wants to pick up a win against Bucky McGraw. Merle's a very tough, imposing individual. Definitely got a hard-hitting style. Bucky a little bit more of the quickness and more of the technical side of wrestling. How does one with a more powerhouse style go about slowing down this matchup and getting the advantage over a guy like Bucky McGraw?
First of all, you got to take away Bucky's center of gravity. You got to take away his vertical base, so get him lying on the mat. I think what Merle should do is use his weight on top of Bucky, tiring him out, slowing him down for those large strikes and the kicks that he has.
There it is. Merle throwing his weight into it now and using that power and ability to take Bucky down. And as you were saying, right now is that opportunity for Merle Graves to now take advantage, slow this thing down, and take away Bucky's center of gravity. What a strong headbutt there from Merle Graves. Bucky probably seeing stars at this point as he's power slammed down to the ground.
Another 2 count. Merle's getting something together here against wrestling's smartest man.
Well, he might not look like wrestling's smartest man if he was to take a loss, especially this early in the match, to what I'm going to dub as Wildside's greatest underdog.
You know, there's something else I like about this match, Munson, is that it's a little bit of a clinic that Bucky is running here. He's making sure Novak sees the moves he's doing, he makes sure he sees the holds he's doing, and I think someone like you could learn something from Bucky McGraw here about the various kinds of holds he uses in his professional wrestling matches.
Well, I definitely don't have a problem learning from somebody the likes of Bucky McGraw because, you know what, I'm never going to pretend to know everything, and I want to learn as much as I can, so I'm glad I get an opportunity each and every week to see great competitors like Bucky McGraw inside that ring so that I can learn that much more. And Bucky McGraw picking up a nice, easy, early victory here in this one. And being able to show young Tony Novak how to get the job done. Tony Novak now going to have his work cut out for him, though, because next week on Wildside TV is that match against El Asesino.
Yeah, you can bet that one won't go as easily for Novak.
Tony Novak just looking to get a place now on the Wildside roster, and I think the fans here in Saskatoon be very welcoming of young Tony Novak. but a very daunting task he's going to have ahead of him. The Mexican Devil has been in a righteous bad mood as of late here in Wildside Wrestling.
And who can blame him? He's got Jeff Tyler interfering in his matches. He's got this young punk, Tony Novak, trying to make a name for himself at the expense of El Asesino. I can see why he's in a sour mood.
Well, maybe if El Asesino would change his attitude a little bit and not be so negative towards everybody, then maybe he'd have a few more friends instead of having to lug around El Musculo everywhere he goes.
Are you kidding me, Munson? Asesino doesn't care about friends. He cares about wins in the ring. He cares about gold around his waist. That's what we're going to see after the next 2 big shows from HIW Wildside.
Hey, last time I saw El Asesino in the ring, he definitely wasn't worried about any wins because he was being pinned 1-2-3 by Tony Novak. It's now time for our main event, and what a treat we've got for the Wildside fans. We have got a fatal 4-way match, and yes, 3 out of the 4 competitors in this one are 3 that are going to be taking part in the contract on a pole match at Battle Arts. Brice the Slimer Sova, Davey O'Doyle, and Brayden Parsons. And to finish off that fatal 4-way, what would a ring full of men be without Mike McSugar himself?
Mike McSugar, he's got his own set of preferences, shall we call them. The last time out we saw him, he demanded a buffet of men. Well, he's going to get some men in this match tonight.
He certainly is. Definitely going to get almost twice the man with Brice the Slimer Sova, a big, imposing individual. And yes, he's going to have quite the variety there. Young Davey O'Doyle as well as young Brayden Parsons, both very great competitors inside that ring, but not one of them, I think, is quite like Mike McSugar, who's definitely going to use his abilities and his creative thinking in order to get inside the minds of these 3 individuals. And their minds are going to be somewhere else because the 3 of them are currently focused on that contract on a pole match coming up on May the 19th. Brice the Slimer Sova becoming a very popular superstar all over the professional wrestling, especially here in Canada. Definitely has picked up championships and other companies as well too, and looking to get that championship gold around his waist in a Wildside ring as well.
If he can get that contract down off of that pole, he's guaranteed a match, and you know that that's what he's looking at. Probably one of the most popular individuals here on Wildside Wrestling. All the fans seem to love him. The kids love him too. He is a menacing looking man, but he's channeling that Road Warrior style, as you were saying in his last match there. Definitely, basically, you can tell he's a big fan of professional wrestling from the late 80s, early 90s, and he definitely, with his style as well, it's kind of a blend of the old style with a blend of something new as well too. Yeah, we call it smash mouth style. Pick you up and slam you down. That's how the slammer likes it.
About to be joined by one of Wildside's newest superstars who's been making quite a name for himself as of late. Definitely looking to get on a bit of a winning run for sure. But he has been very, very impressive in his matchups. And he's got a storied amateur wrestling background as well too. So he definitely can get the job done inside that ring.
Brayden Parsons, an impressive athlete. He's got the amateur wrestling skill. He's got all kinds of amateur sports background. He's making the transition into professional wrestling, and he's looking pretty good.
What a shock it would be. He's definitely got to be probably one of the underdogs going into the 6-man on a pole contract match. But remember, anything can happen, and Brayden Parsons could end up surprising everybody, walking out that night with that contract and going on to becoming a champion before some of the other guys who have been gunning for it for such a long time.
Absolutely. He's an athlete with an athlete's mentality, and he wants to win. Never sell him short.
Speaking of someone who doesn't like to be sold short, here's the life of the party, Mike McSugar, always here for a fun time. Hot off the trails of his match with the big guy Ryback at Spring Meltdown. Mike McSugar looking to have some fun there with the fans at ringside as well, too. You know, in a day and age when most professional wrestlers come out and they wear, a tendency towards dark wrestling gear all the time, Mike McSugar always got something bright and colorful for us, always brightens up the day for the fans of HIW Wildside.
Yeah, he's a colorful character, all right. He's always flaming his way into the ring and flaring up all over the place. He's a unique, one-of-a-kind individual, that's for sure.
And uses that uniqueness to definitely get inside the heads of his opponents, as I mentioned earlier there, and this is going to be no exception here. He's going to do everything he can to pick up a big win and, keep his streak going. He's been on a string of wins and very successfully here in 2018 across HIW, both on HIW Canada and here at Wildside as well. Part of Team Flex Appeal with Michael Allen Richard Clark, who's going to be taking on the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes on May 19th at Battle Arts. Mike McSugar, do you think he's going to be in the corner of Michael Allen Richard Clark that night? And if so, is that something Cody Rhodes needs to worry about?
Yeah, I think it'll be something he has to be aware of. McSugar not known to be shy about helping out Michael Allen Richard Clark if he needs it, and vice versa. I think Cody Rhodes better have eyes in the back of his head that night.
And we're being joined now by the last competitor, Davey O'Doyle. This guy has been on quite the hot streak inside the ring, not only here in HIW Wildside, but all across Canada as well. One of the most talked about young superstars in all of professional wrestling at the moment, too.
He's got energy, he's got momentum, and he's looking to win. He's a big favorite around Saskatoon, and this match is going to be interesting.
Could be a little bit of an insight for us. Three of the competitors, as we mentioned, going to be going on to Battle Arts at 6-man on a pole match. But they'll also have to worry about the other opponents involved in that match. They're going to be worried about Mike McSugar already getting this crowd worked up here tonight. Now we're going for some slam chants.
Never a hard chant to get going in a Saskatoon audience.
I think we got one fan at least cheering for Brayden Parsons here tonight. Trying to get that Moose Jaw chant going. Well, I hope for that one fan's sake, Brayden Parsons managed to pull off the win, because nothing like being that one guy in the audience cheering by yourself.
Yeah, everybody tentative to start off this fatal four-way match.
A test of strength, maybe not the greatest thing for anyone to try with Brice the Slammer Sova.
You got that right.
Mike McSugar go for a little bit of nipple twisting. Whole lot of nipple twisting going on.
Oh, good Lord. Don't think the referee's quite sure how to respond to these tactics of Mike McSugar.
I don't think the referee even needs to respond to the tactics of Mike McSugar. So anything goes. It's all about the pinfall or the submission. And McSugar having a little fun at Slammer's expense there.
There you see some teamwork now paying dividends in this match. But how long can you trust your fellow competitor?
You know, Davey O'Doyle, Brayden, Parsons teaming up recently, making quite a strong showing as a tag team together there. So definitely, you know, they're going to work together where they can, but, you know, inside this match, just like at Battle Arts, it's every man for himself. And some great athleticism on display from Brayden Parsons, but Mike McSugar is going to put a quick stop to that.
Yeah, he's displaying quite something else at this time.
I think at this point, someone needs to remind McSugar that, and tell his pants it's not polite to point when you're inside a squared circle. And the strength of Brice the Slammer Sova now on display. Mike McSugar maybe having a little too much fun. He's going to go slamming.
Same thing, a guy like any of the guys in this match, you're not going to want to underestimate the power of Brice Sova or Ishik Akbar, another huge strong man coming up in this contract on a pole match.
But those two have had their differences with each other. It could be distracting for them. If they take each other out, it could lead a very open opportunity for one of the other individuals in that matchup. But Brice the Slammer Sova, in professional wrestling, could be known as the man of 1,001 slams because he's got a different slam for every day of the week. And even after I said that, I just realized that there's only 7 days in a week, and 1,001 slams is way more than the number 7, so I need to learn my numbers just a little bit better. McSugar been very, very dominating in this matchup so far. I mean, maybe the antics of Mike McSugar is getting to the competitors involved, as he has been taking firm control of this matchup.
I'm sure Brayden Parsons didn't know what to expect from McSugar when he got in this match. This is not like the wrestling action he was used to as an amateur.
Wow, what display from Brayden Parsons.
Pinfall broken up by the slammer. And look at this, a slam.
A slam on top of another body and a pinfall. And only a 2. Wow, and that's Slammer being slammed at this point in time. There's just a whole lot of slamming going on inside that squared circle here tonight. 4 guys involved. I guess you could almost call this a grand slam, so to speak.
O'Doyle with some momentum.
In fact, Doyle looking to finish this thing off. But not going to happen. Brayden Parsons very alert to that one. And up and over the top. He takes Davey O'Doyle down. As you can see, Mike McSugar making his way back into the ring. Mike McSugar over the top rope. I don't know the last time we've seen Mike McSugar take a high-risk maneuver like that.
Just goes to show you that these matches are very important to the big shows coming up. The superstars willing to take a few extra chances for victory. Oh no.
It could be an extra chance indeed. The big man.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Bodies everywhere. And Slammer still standing tall at the end of it all.
Can you imagine having a man that big coming at you over the top of the ropes like that? It's got to be terrifying.
Unlike Mike McSugar, I hope to never think of a big man coming at me from over the top ropes like that. And we're going to Slam City. There's a slam. Slam it is. And slam. 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 We're on a roll of slams. Keep them going, big guy. Slam.
We'll get the ref, too, if she doesn't get out of the way.
Yeah, may as well. We're having fun. It's Slam City time. It's choke slam time, in fact, now. Oh, double choke slam, in fact. Mike McSugar up and over for the roll-up.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
What a surprise with the sunset flip.
Mike McSugar, you're victor in this one. I don't even know if Mike McSugar knew he was going to be able to pull that one off. He's celebrating like he just won the provincial championship. And then again, after beating 3 of the competitors going into that contract on a pole match, Mike McSugar should be celebrating like that because, you know what, with the string of wins he's had and the year he's been having, that man right there could be in contendership down the line for a title shot. That is going to be the night for us here on Wildside TV, folks. Thank you once again for having us in your home each and every Saturday. Wait a second, before we go, Sheik Shabazz is just coming to the ring with a steel chair.
The Sheik's out here in his street clothes, and he's making a statement with a steel chair all over his rival competitors.
This is absolute carnage right here. Somebody needs to stop Sheik Shabazz. These 3 guys have already been through one hellacious matchup, and Sheik Shabazz coming down here and just cheap-shotting them with that chair. Oh, I can imagine only evil intentions here in mind for Brice the Slammer Sova. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that was a tremendous shot. Right into the corner with the steel chair.
We can only hope that Brice the Slammer Sova is going to be okay.
I don't think the Sheik's done with him yet. You know, he's got a nasty, sadistic side to him, this Sheik. I think he likes hurting people.
Sheik has been absolutely unstoppable since coming here to Wildside Wrestling. And he is not afraid to get in there and just do whatever it takes. That mean streak you speak about is what is carrying him through these matches.
Oh, now he's just bending the Slammers back in that camel stretch hold. Good God.
Well, Sheik Shabazz looking very dominant as he heads into that contract on a pole match at Battle Arts. And Battle Arts coming up right away. It's right around the corner for us. Hope you have your tickets for it. As you see, Dice Steele making his way down to the ring to check, make sure everything's okay, and get some order here as we leave you with this night of Wildside TV. Thank you again for tuning in, folks. Hope to see you at Battle Arts coming up, and before that, we will see you next week here on Wildside TV. Papa Smokes, any last words here tonight for the fans?
Over and out from Papa Smokes. Everybody have a good time, and we'll see you at the matches.